It's one of the most quietly urgent questions in aging science. If you didn't start biohacking at 25, is it too late to catch up? Can the body still respond to longevity interventions when the clock has already been ticking for 6 decades or more? Encouragingly, the answer, emerging from mouse studies, human data, and some seriously resilient grandmas, is increasingly yes. In fact, a growing number of compounds and lifestyle habits show measurable benefits even when introduced late in life. And if you're looking to not just live longer, but live better in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, this next generation of late-life longevity tools might be your biological second wind. Let's start with a surprise star, psilocybin. A recent mouse study showed that even in older animals, low doses of this psychedelic compound improved cognitive function, reduced anxiety-like behavior, and, perhaps most intriguingly, restored aspects of social interaction. While we don't have 80-year-old mice discussing politics at the dinner table, we do have increasing human evidence that psilocybin-assisted therapy can reboot neural plasticity and enhance emotional resilience, even in late life. Given that neuroplasticity typically declines with age like an old modem trying to download TikTok, that's huge. And psilocybin isn't alone in this late-life renaissance. One of the most consistent contenders across age groups is metformin, the humble diabetes drug that refuses to leave the spotlight. While much of the excitement has centered on its potential to extend lifespan through caloric restriction mimicking effects, activating EMPK, improving insulin sensitivity, lowering oxidative stress, what makes metformin especially compelling is this: it appears to work even when started late. In rodent studies, older animals given metformin still lived longer and showed improved metabolic health. Human observational studies hint at similar patterns. Older adults on metformin for diabetes often have lower all-cause mortality than their non-diabetic peers. Fasting, especially time-restricted eating or intermittent fasting, also shows promise in older populations, though the benefits may shift from maximum lifespan extension to improved health span and metabolic function. Even when introduced late in life, caloric restriction in animals reduces inflammatory markers, boosts mitochondrial efficiency, and enhances autophagy, the cellular garbage collection service. For humans over 60, easing into a 10-hour eating window or adding a few fasted mornings per week can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce systemic inflammation, both of which are heavily tied to age-related disease and frailty. Then there's cold exposure. Yes, the frigid showers and icy plunges that look masochistic on social media but may offer real benefits under the hood. Even in older organisms, exposure to cold activates brown fat, the good fat that burns energy, boosts mitochondrial biogenesis, and ramps up cellular stress response pathways like PGC, 1A, and SIRT3, both of which are linked to longevity and metabolic resilience. The best part? Cold exposure doesn't require youth to work. In fact, older bodies that tend to lose thermogenic efficiency may get an even greater jolt of benefit from that daily splash of glacial misery. On the natural compound front, Fisetin, a plant flavonoid found in strawberries, has shown strong senolytic effects even when introduced in aging mice. Senolytics target senescent cells, the zombie-like remnants of old, damaged cells that stick around causing inflammation. In one mouse study, Fisetin given late in life improved lifespan and reduced markers of age-related pathology. This has obvious implications for humans already dealing with the chronic inflammation, joint degeneration, and immune dysfunction that senescent cells help perpetuate. NAD+ boosters like NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, and NR, nicotinamide riboside, also remain contenders. While the earlier the better may still apply for maximum effect, studies show that even older mice receiving NMN show improved muscle function, insulin sensitivity, and mitochondrial health. In humans, older individuals taking NAD+ precursors report enhanced energy, better sleep, and reduced signs of metabolic slowdown. Are these interventions adding 30 years to your life when started at 65? Probably not. But are they making your remaining years better, more resilient, and more functional? Increasingly, yes. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of the brain-body connection. Meditation, purposeful social connection, and mental novelty, like learning new skills or languages, all appear to slow cognitive decline and improve neurogenesis, even late in life. The brain, it turns out, doesn't completely lose its appetite for challenge and change. It just needs a nudge. So no, it's not too late. The window doesn't slam shut at 60 or even 80. Your cells still respond to cues: biochemical, environmental, psychological. Whether it's the metabolic nudge of metformin, the neuroplastic push from psilocybin, or the hormetic shock of a cold plunge, aging bodies can still pivot. The trick isn't just living longer. It's realizing that any age can be the right time to start living better.